sorry for that. But that was a good note, Horida. I mean, that was quite inspirational what he said, because it's actually not solo, it's supposed to be a small changer. So coming on to, when I spoke to Anando last, he told me that, what we're trying to do is trying to create a positive impact on especially our age group of people who feel quite negative about what's going on right now, and nobody's wanting to stay here. IT professionals are going out. It's good, it's very inspirational that you guys out of the IT industry stayed back and built so much. But mostly we see, the kind of people I get in touch with, everybody going out. Starting from the florists in Malda to IT professionals in Calcutta, everybody moving out. So there's this whole cloud of negativity. But, how many of you guys have seen that movie, The Curious Case of Benjamin Button? There's this quote, there was this, captain in that, he was a boat captain in that, and he said that in the end, he said that, for anything, you can be mad as a mad dog. You can swear at people, you can curse fate, but in the end, you have to let go. So I've let go of that negativity. Yeah, I was quite negative, seriously. Because wherever I went for the kind of work that I am in, I'm into an FMCG industry. I have, somehow I feel, I might be wrong, but somehow I feel that, techies like you all interact with like-minded people, and somehow you're able to cloud over the, the real dirt of the everyday market and all that. You don't have to do that. I mean, I don't know. I might be wrong. But at least if you have to negotiate, you negotiate with people who at least speak in English. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I have to negotiate with people who I don't know their language at all. Anyway, so the kind of changes, we manufacture a very, very basic product. It's an exercise book, which every student uses, which you and I, everybody have used. And when we use that, we don't realize that it's a simple product, but the simplest of products are the most difficult to make, and they're the most difficult to market. Every strategy that you take for the simplest of product is the most difficult. I mean, it might be that, there's nothing in the product. I mean, there's just a cover and there are a few pages which are stapled together, and you send it in the market and you buy it. But the entire chain which goes on from the procurement of raw material to the manufacturing of the product, then to the distribution till the end customer, it's like a huge task. So what we thought that, when we came into the industry, there was no quality consistency in the notebooks. Pioneer brought in quality consistency. We used the best paper possible. It was difficult because, the prices were like really up, but then, quality, aaj nahi to kal apna sikka jama deta. It will definitely give you an answer. Anyway, so once we started with that, the problem we faced was that till a few years back, what we were facing was that quality has helped us a lot. We actually built a brand on quality for the past 20-25 years. But of late, the problems that were showing were that, nobody was really willing to take the task up of a distribution house for a notebook like this, because it's quite a challenging job, because in Bengali they say khatni beshi chutney kom. It's that kind of a job. Because you really have to slog in the market, you have to make your distribution chains, and it's only after a good 2 years of gestation period that your profits start coming in. And these days what is happening is with our generation, we want everything really fast. We can't wait for 2 years. I mean, come on. And when was the last time you would actually had to wait for the kind of stuff that you wanted to buy? So that's the case with everybody. With you sitting here, with the guy sitting in Bardhaman, to the guy sitting in Malda. Everybody wants stuff fast. Anyway, so when we, the distribution generally happens is that, I don't know if you guys have knowledge about this, in the sense that, when you go to ask for a distributorship, you are asked for a certain sum of security deposit. Of course, a bank asks you for collateral, a company will ask you for a security deposit, or it will ask you for all kinds of varied bank documents which somehow will secure their position. What we did was we leapfrogged that, and what we did was that we said that we will not ask for any security deposits at all. Because the kind of money that is available in Bengal is very short, very, very short. If he gives it for security deposit, there is no money to do business at all. So what we did was that there will be no security deposits. Whatever capital you have, you procure all the stuff from us and we'll help you market that product. The kind of trust that we have invested in our distributors is a positive impact that we've been able to create in the market. Any big company, be it HUL, be it PNG, they look good, holdings are nice, everything is good, but then end of the day when you go to them, They'll talk business. They'll never be able to, they will not believe in the person unless you show them the money, right? So what really happens is that this whole trying to be positive thing only comes out if you try to be positive. So then, from then on, we try to do a couple of positive things. We use the best paper. We use the entire organization that we have is completely based on the most the perfect employment standards that any kind of company in our kind of an industry would have. In our kind of an industry, it's a completely contract based job. You don't have permanent employees, you don't have permanent workers, but we have, everything is permanent, from ESI to PFs and everything. So this also, it does raise our cost, but then at some way or the other, when you have around 200, 300 odd laborers working for you, then you feel for them, you start feeling for them. Suddenly, it's not just about the money and the kind of revenues that you make. It's about them. You want to give them, you want to treat them to good food every day. Let's make an arrangement for them for lunch. So something or the other has to come up. So slowly but steadily, we started doing a lot of positive things. Then what we did was that with the kind of paper that we got, in 3-4 years back, we were struck with a big blow because a company like ITC, everybody knows, it came into the FMCG market. So it started making everything from atta to I don't know what all. I mean, everything that is there. The company has such deep pockets that it can make anything. So we were hit quite hard by that in the first year. So we obviously had a distributors meeting that what are we supposed to do, because if such a big company comes in, then there's nothing. And this was like a big jolt to me, because we put in a lot of hard work to actually make everybody feel confident about themselves. That okay, ঠিক আছে, কাজ হচ্ছে, ভালো লাগছে, the thing that is coming in, we are actually contributing to the society also, running our lives also, and suddenly such a big company comes in and it breaks everything. So the loss was not of the market that would go, the loss was of the confidence that would go. If the confidence goes once, it's over. So what happened was that we stuck to the fact that our quality is good and our services are good. Let's stick to that. And jo hoga ab dekha jayega, because you can't really be fighting with money with a guy who has no end to it. And you'll be surprised to know that we are not affected by ITC at all in the last 4-5 years. So what really happened is that pan India, maybe ITC is doing a very good job, but I'll give you a small example. We did this small campaign with kids, So we had this photo shoot in which there was this kid who was painting. So in our campaign, when we printed the photos, we wrote MF Hussain 2 next to his photograph. So the ITC people got in touch with people who did the photo shoot for us. They said, okay, what is going on, and we also want you to do something for us and all. Then they were quite kicked, but they were also a small company. I can't hire Jalvi and Mathur to do my work, right? So they were also kicked that, okay, fine, let's do this. And what they did was, I don't know whether you've seen the TVC ads of ITC, notebooks especially, the stationery division. There's this small kid, who's singing in front of his grandparents. And the grandparent is very happy with the way the grandson is singing, and he says, ye to agla Kishore Kumar banega. But surprisingly, the kid, he takes offense. He's like, Kishore Kumar kyun, main pehla whatever banunga, matlab, he takes his own Ekant Sharma whatever, main ye banunga. So that ad was adjudged the worst ad by Economic Times' brand equity. So it was a direct thing, because we did an MF Hussain 2 and an inspiration based campaign. So it was a huge thing for us, because such a huge company taking cues from such a small regional player was like a big thing. So this instills a lot of confidence in people. So this whole positivity thing is not just something that we say, like Horita said, I totally agree. Unless you do stuff, you never come to the fact that you don't tend to believe in yourself. You never come to the fact that you could also have contributed in some way or the other to the positivity of the society. So I'm quite happy with the kind of stuff that I'm doing. Sometimes it gets very boring. I'm sure everybody's work gets boring, but the fact is that you have to do what you have to do, for yourself, for your families, for the people who are working for you. And we are a very happy company. 200, 300 odd people, when everybody gathers on, say, Vishwakarma Puja Day, which is like the day we worship the machines. So it's quite a happy thing. Everybody's jolly, and they're happy with the way things are going, and we register zero grievances. We we were told by this PF department that you guys, the Factories Act people, that you need to have a grievance cell. And 2 years back they said कि आपना grievance cell कोनो काज नहीं, कोनो